Hello, everyone. Just wanted to make a quick couple of videos dedicated to a couple of the remaining projects, presentations, and stuff like that. Just so that you have a dedicated resource that you don't have to like try to scroll through one of the weekly lectures or try to remember which week it was in or something like that. Gonna try to keep this brief. Pretty much just go over um, the assignment and stuff like that, and if you have any questions, you can always reach out. Okay, so this one is going to be the topic presentation. So basically, if this class were to have been in person, what we would have done is have you take a week of class and basically give the lecture and go through and kind of teach that week, just so that you can have like a better understanding of everything. Obviously, this is an online asynchronous class, so that's not really possible. So what I decided to do is instead put this at the end of the course and to give you a presentation to make just to kind of prove your understanding of of the topic. So what I've done here is basically you can pick any topic that we went over the course of the semester, except ones that we wrote essays for. So you've already kind of taken a deeper dive into those topics. So my preference is to take a deep dive into a different topic, just so that you can kind of interact with um, other portions of the industry and stuff. So I have all this laid out as straightforward as I can, with the rubric and stuff at the bottom. But essentially, it's all laid out for you. Um, Choose a topic. Here's all the topics that you can choose from. Research. This is important. Try to get as much in-depth research as you can. Obviously, identify and explain key trends in the industry. 1 to 2 real world case studies or examples that highlight the success. Case studies might be hard to come by, but just try to find a couple good resources that you can include as part of the presentation. um, Expert perspectives kind of ties into that case studies. um, Really all of this, we want I want like a good 2 or 3 overall resources that you used, right? Don't just run through this and just type what you remember, what you know about it. Try to go do some research, find a couple sources there for me. That could be in the form of case studies, expert perspectives, data, statistics, stuff like that. It is a 400 level course, so I do expect the research to be pretty in depth, um, and thorough. While there may not be like official sources, like because there's not really a lot of those for esports, just to kind of get something done there. Presentation requirements. Try to get to that 10-minute mark, please. Really go through. If you lay out a good outline and just do like talk about and do what you know and your like research, that 10 minutes isn't hard. I try to keep these weekly videos short, but oftentimes find myself going to 10 minutes just talking about the topic. So definitely something to keep in mind there. It should be pretty easy to get there. Create a PowerPoint, um, or some type of presentation. PowerPoint is just the word that we all use for that, to help enhance that. I don't want it to just be what I'm doing, just rolling through a couple bullet points. Please get that. You can record it however you would like, but I'll talk about this at the end. But it will be recorded and submitted. Would also like your PowerPoint submitted separately. To just do that in a PDF, so that all the format and stuff doesn't get smoked, by opening it on my ridiculously wide monitor. Content structure. Um, this is all standard stuff. Just wanted to make sure that you guys have your outline. Um, Go through and basically treat it like it's a lecture almost, and you're wanting to really dive into that topic and kind of go through it all. But here's like outline, present your case studies and your research and stuff. Overview of the topic, why it's important. Esports, main body, it's all your stuff that you figured out, and then conclusion. Summarize your findings, provide actual insights or predictions. Big focus on that predictions part. And then submission, right? So submit a copy of your presentation slides as a PDF and include a video presentation. Format doesn't super matter as long as I can see and hear the presentation. I would like for your face to be in it and that I can hear you as you're presenting, right? So I know that you can like technically go through and record a voiceover for slides. Please don't do that. That makes those files crazy long, or and hard to open sometimes and download, especially through Canvas. Um, if that's the only way that you can, just let me know ahead of time. But an unlisted YouTube video, if you just post the link, usually works the best. And it's pretty easy to get there. But if you have any questions about recording that, just let me know. I can walk you through that. Super easy to do. And then here's your rubric. Some things I'm looking for: content analysis, research and sources, organization and structure, and then public speaking and delivery. So all of these are weighted pretty equally in terms of like how much of an impact they'll have. Um, Most of it is the presentation itself. So I'll keep that in mind. Like if you completely botch your presentation, you're not going to lose points on these first three. Um, so make sure it's solid, even if it's not being talked about, but also don't just put all of your information on the slides. I can get the gist if it's there as a nice presentation. But that's really all there is to the topic presentation. All of this is posted. If you have any questions, just reach out and let me know. Thanks.